Welcome back to Motors Sports Mania, the ultimate destination for all classic and modern car enthusiasts, where we dive deep into the beauty, legacy, and engineering of iconic automobiles from all eras. Today we journey back into the refined British motoring scene to explore a distinguished and often underrated gem of the 1960s, the Alvis TF21. This luxurious Grand Tourer represents the final chapter in the illustrious history of Alvis Cars Limited, a name that stood for craftsmanship, elegance, and a keen attention to mechanical detail. The TF21, unveiled in 1966, was not just another car from the brand but a conclusive salute to hand-built British motoring excellence before the company ceased car production. The Alvis TF21 was a development of the TE21 and came with subtle but noteworthy enhancements that made it stand out. This was a car aimed at affluent drivers who sought style and sophistication over raw speed or aggressive design. Under the long and graceful bonnet of the TF21 lay a straight 6 3.0-liter engine that had been continuously refined by Alvis over the years. With 3 SU carburetors fitted, the engine produced an impressive 150 horsepower. This gave the TF21 a respectable top speed of around 120 miles per hour and acceleration that, while not sports car rapid, was incredibly smooth and well-mannered for a luxury cruiser of its time. The transmission system on the TF21 was a 4-speed manual gearbox, with an optional overdrive that made highway cruising more relaxed and efficient. Some models were also offered with an automatic transmission, catering to the demands of a more comfort-oriented clientele. The suspension setup included independent front suspension with coil springs and a rear leaf spring setup that delivered a supple ride. The handling, while not as sharp as a contemporary Jaguar, was predictable and confident, making the car easy to drive over long distances. In terms of exterior design, the TF21 continued the visual language of its predecessors with an elegant and timeless silhouette. Its long hood, gently sloping roofline, and understated chrome accents gave it a stately presence on the road. The car was available as both a 2-door coupe and a drophead convertible, both sharing the same flowing lines and graceful proportions. The front fascia was marked by a distinctive twin headlamp arrangement and a slightly revised grille that brought a modernized face to the vehicle while retaining classic British charm. The interior of the TF21 was every bit a reflection of traditional luxury. The dashboard was a feast of polished wood veneer, filled with a full set of Smith's instruments, switches, and dials that were all logically arranged and satisfying to operate. The leather seats were plush and supportive, designed for long-distance comfort. Rear seat space was generous for a 2-door car, and the boot offered practical storage space, making the TF21 suitable for weekend getaways or cross-country touring. All this focused intensely on build quality, and every surface, stitch, and trim piece reflected that bespoke attention. Safety and features for the time were decent. Power-assisted disc brakes on all 4 wheels were standard, giving the car solid stopping power, which was essential for a vehicle of its size and weight. The rack and pinion steering was a notable upgrade, improving steering response and feel compared to earlier models. Although creature comforts like air conditioning and power windows were not standard, the TF21's climate control through cleverly designed vents and insulation was surprisingly effective for its era. One of the TF21's most valuable aspects lies in its rarity and heritage. Only around 106 examples of the TF21 were produced before Alvis ceased car production altogether in 1967. That limited production run has made surviving units highly desirable among collectors and enthusiasts today. The TF21 marked the end of Alvis's long-standing legacy in car manufacturing, and no successor would carry on its DNA, making each existing model a true piece of automotive history. Driving an Alvis TF21 today is a unique experience. It's not a car that overwhelms you with sheer speed or modern technology. Instead, it offers a slow, deliberate, and utterly satisfying drive that takes you back to a time when driving was an art form. Every gear shift, every gentle turn of the steering wheel, and the melodic hum of the straight-six engine feels like a conversation between machine and driver. It's a car that encourages you to slow down, enjoy the landscape, and appreciate the craft of motoring. From a collectability standpoint, the Alvis TF21 is a valuable classic. It combines rarity, hand-built quality, and elegant styling in a package that still turns heads today. Parts availability can be a challenge due to the limited production, but specialist support and dedicated Alvis clubs have helped maintain many of these vehicles in roadworthy condition. Maintenance, while not inexpensive, rewards the owner with a driving experience that few other classics can offer. It's a car for the purist, the connoisseur, and the lover of all things traditionally British. In today's world where cars are increasingly homogenized, digitized, and mass-produced, the Alvis TF21 stands out as a beacon of individuality, elegance, and the golden age of British motoring. It may not scream performance, but it whispers excellence in every detail, from the deep luster of its bodywork to the solid click of its controls. It represents the end of an era when luxury meant craftsmanship and when a car was more than a machine, it was a symbol of refinement and character. If you're someone who values timeless design, mechanical simplicity, and unmatched heritage, the Alvis TF21 deserves a spot in your dream garage. Whether you admire it as a rolling piece of art or take it out for serene countryside drives, this car will never disappoint. That wraps up today's in-depth review of the Alvis TF21 here on Motorsports Mania. If you enjoyed this journey through time and luxury, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more reviews, classic car spotlights, and all things motoring. We've got a lot more automotive stories coming your way, so stay tuned and keep the engines running.